Hey guys! Today, we're diving into huge news in the Street Outlaws and No Prep Kings (NPK) world. If you thought Ryan Martin was already at the top of his game, think again, because he's about to take things to an entirely new level. For years, we've watched Ryan dominate in No Prep Kings, proving time and time again why he's one of the toughest racers out there. But now, he's officially going pro mod racing with a brand new 1969 Camaro. And that's not all. His 2025 schedule is packed with major events, new race formats, and even some international action. So, what does this mean for Ryan's future in Street Outlaws? Is he moving away from No Prep Kings? What's under the hood of his new pro mod beast? And how will the new race formats shake things up for the entire sport? Let's break it all down. The 2025 racing season is already shaping up to be one of the most exciting in Street Outlaws history. The newly branded Speed Promotions Racing Series, formerly known as No Prep Kings, is introducing 12 major events, including races in Canada. That's right, folks, Street Outlaws is going international. Canada. But here's where it gets even more interesting. The race formats will change from event to event. We're talking small tire races, big tire showdowns, and even pro mod competitions all mixed into the season. That means racers will have to be more versatile than ever before. There's talk of team-style racing. Imagine seeing Ryan Martin, Justin Swanstrom, and Kelley teaming up to battle against other top racers. That could completely change the strategy of the season. More fan interaction and live streaming. Ryan has hinted that more events will be streamed live, allowing fans worldwide to stay connected and experience the action in real time. But the biggest headline? Ryan is officially stepping into the world of pro mod racing. And if you think he's just dipping his toes in, think again. This is a serious move, and his new build proves it. Alright, let's talk about the car, because this isn't just any pro mod build. Ryan is putting together a brand new 1969 Camaro, and let me tell you, this thing is going to be an absolute rocket ship. So, what's under the hood? Powerplant options. Ryan's Camaro is being built to swap between different setups, which is a genius move. Initially, he's going with a ProCharged Hemi with a 1401 ProCharger, a deadly combination that has already proven itself in No Prep Kings and pro mod racing. Screw blower compatibility. If Ryan ever wants to switch things up, the car will also be able to run a screw-blown setup, giving him the flexibility to adapt to different race formats and track conditions. Liberty transmission setup. This will be a new challenge for Ryan, as he's never run this transmission before. But knowing his team, they'll get it dialed in fast. Now, here's the shocking part. Ryan isn't going with twin turbos. For years, Ryan was known as a turbo guy, and many people expected him to stick with that setup for pro mod. After all, twin turbos dominate pro mod racing on prep tracks. Just look at Mark Mike. He's been qualifying #1 at nearly every event with a turbo setup. So, why is Ryan choosing ProCharger and possibly a screw blower instead? ProChargers deliver instant power and better consistency on no prep and radial tracks. They also work well across multiple race formats, making them a safer bet for the unpredictable 2025 season. Less tuning complexity. Turbo setups can be tricky to manage in certain conditions, whereas ProChargers offer more stability, a crucial factor when jumping between different race formats. It's all about adaptability. With Ryan building this pro mod to switch between power setups, he's making sure he stays competitive in every possible race. If you thought Ryan was taking it easy in 2025, think again. His racing schedule is stacked, and he's set to compete in some of the biggest events across the US and Canada. The season kicks off in Bakersfield, California, a spot that holds personal significance for Ryan, as it's close to where he was born. Races across Virginia, Ohio, New England, and Washington, covering both coasts. 3 events in Canada. This is a huge deal, as it shows how much Street Outlaws is expanding internationally. But wait, does this mean Ryan is leaving No Prep Kings behind? Not quite. Ryan has made it clear that he still plans to compete in NPK, but he's also going after major pro mod events like the Drag Illustrated World Series of Pro Mod and the Snowbird Nationals in December. It looks like Ryan is on a mission to dominate in multiple racing worlds at once. Now, here's a wild card. Ryan also hinted at the possibility of more street racing events. Let's be real, Street Outlaws started as a show about street racing. But over time, the focus shifted toward track racing and no prep kings. Now, Ryan and some of the other top racers are talking about bringing back true street racing events with limited spectators for safety. If this happens, it could be a game changer, bringing back the raw, unfiltered action that made Street Outlaws famous in the first place. Now, one big question remains: what's happening with Street Outlaws on TV? We all know that Discovery Channel hasn't aired a new season, and many fans are wondering if the show is gone for good. Ryan addressed this, saying that talks are happening behind the scenes for a new TV deal. While we don't know if it will be back on Discovery or another network, what we do know is that live streaming and digital content are becoming a bigger focus. Expect to see more live-streamed races, behind-the-scenes footage, and direct fan interaction online. Ryan Martin isn't just jumping into pro mod racing for fun. This is a carefully calculated move that showcases his ability to stay ahead of the game. In racing, adaptability is everything, and Ryan has proven time and time again that he's not just a competitor, he's a tactician. By building a pro mod that can switch between ProCharger, screw blower, and Liberty transmission setups, he's ensuring that no matter what the rules, track conditions, or competition look like, he'll be ready to take on any challenge. This is the kind of forward-thinking strategy that separates the greats from the rest of the field. For years, No Prep Kings has been dominated by big tire, high horsepower machines, but 2025 is bringing a major shift. The addition of small tire races, pro mods, and different event structures means that racers who were once comfortable in a single category will now have to step out of their comfort zones. Ryan's ability to compete across multiple formats puts him at a huge advantage over drivers who are specialized in just one style. This is where his experience and versatility will truly shine, proving that he's not just a no-prep king, he's an all-around racing powerhouse. Now, let's talk about the competition. Pro mod racing is a whole different beast, and Ryan will be going up against some of the toughest racers in the world. Unlike No Prep Kings, where he's been the dominant force for years, pro mod racing is filled with specialists who have spent their entire careers fine-tuning their cars for this format. Racers like Mark Mike, Stevie Fast Jackson, and Jason Scruggs are just a few of the names that dominate the pro mod scene. But if there's one thing we know about Ryan, it's that he doesn't back down from a challenge. Can he take on the best and still come out on top? That's the big question heading into 2025. Another huge part of Ryan's 2025 plans is his increased presence in Canada. With 3 major events scheduled north of the border, it's clear that Street Outlaws is gaining serious traction internationally. The Canadian racing scene has always been strong, but big tire, no prep racing hasn't been as prominent there, until now. By bringing the Street Outlaws brand to new territories, Ryan and his fellow racers are expanding the sport and creating new opportunities for competition. Could we see Canadian racers entering No Prep Kings in the near future? It's looking more likely than ever. While Ryan's focus has largely been on track racing in recent years, he hasn't forgotten his roots. There's a growing demand from fans to bring back true street racing, and Ryan has hinted that it could be making a return in a more controlled, exclusive format. That means races with limited spectators, tighter security, and a focus on keeping the competition raw but safe. This could be exactly what the Street Outlaws brand needs to recapture the underground energy that made it famous in the first place. Beyond racing, Ryan Martin is also one of the smartest entrepreneurs in the game. His brand, Fireball Camaro, has become one of the most recognizable names in street racing, and he's constantly looking for ways to expand his business. From selling high-quality performance parts to building relationships with top-tier sponsors, Ryan understands that success in this sport isn't just about winning races, it's about building a long-term empire. This business mindset is what allows him to reinvest in new technology, new cars, and a top-tier team, keeping him at the forefront of racing innovation. With everything changing in 2025, new cars, new formats, new locations, and tougher competition, the biggest question is, can Ryan Martin maintain his dominance? We've seen him rise to the top in No Prep Kings, but now he's taking on multiple racing worlds at once. It's a massive challenge, but if anyone can pull it off, it's Ryan. He's got the experience, the team, the car, and the mindset to tackle whatever comes his way. Now, it's just a matter of putting the pieces together and proving once again why he's one of the best racers of our time.